I love you, baby.
How do we meet? Okay. Well, first, I need to give a little backstory. I need to give a little preface so that you can understand. So, I was living in New York City, Brooklyn, what up? My dating life was terrible. It was terrible. And I had gotten to a point where I was like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I need to change the course, you know? So I'm a very strong believer in manifestation. I put a lot of work into getting myself to a place that I needed to be so that I could receive the right person, the right energy, the right one for me. So I did a lot of internal work. Went to therapy to get my past toxic situations together, my behavior, whatever it is that was kind of like self-induced or self-inflicted. Spiritually, I meditated, I did Reiki, I did energy cleansing. I was trying to balance these chakras.
All of the things.
So, emotionally, spiritually, mentally trying to get myself ready and available and in the right place to receive. So fast forward some time, I woke up one day, I was really triggered. I was like, just kind of reminiscing or just living in a space of what I didn't like and how I didn't like to feel as it pertained to men in relationships. And I said on that day, I said it out loud, I made an intention, I made a declaration to the universe, to all the conspiring divine entities, that I was now ready. I was ready in that moment to receive my partner, my husband, my guy, my best friend, my man, my king from overseas. And I was very specific about that part because in my spirit, in my soul, I have always felt like that's what he was going to be, waiting for me. So I said it. I said it out loud. I said my intention, and then I let it be. And then 2 days later, I got a DM from this guy. Look at God.
Look at God.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Okay, baby, your side.
Yeah, let me just start from how we met. We met on Instagram. The way the internet is these days, it's really, really, perfect, and it's changed a lot of things, everybody's life. So then I was single, and for real, I was searching. But with the way things is, and especially where I come from, like, if I'm gonna get married, to be someone not from where I come from, it would be, anywhere around the world. Even, I don't care even if it's same African countries. So I was on Instagram, and then I didn't know how she got to, view my story. So I was checking the list of the people that I posted something, and checking the list of the people that viewed my story, and I came across this beautiful lady. I'd be like, okay, who's this?
Can I interject, babe?
Yeah, sure.
Because I want to speak on that. So this is the crazy part. This is how we know it's like really, really, really divine intervention. Because as you may or may not know, I am a singer. I was doing a promotion on my Instagram, and with this particular promotion, it took a bot and it sent it out throughout the world to view people's stories, right? And one of the stories, so if you 500,000 people's stories. And one of the stories that it viewed was my babes. And so it wasn't actually me that viewed his story. It was this bot that found him, I think on purpose, obviously, and viewed the story for me. So while he's looking, he's like, oh, who's this person? Who's this girl? And goes on my profile and searches me out. I don't even know, because I didn't know who he was at the time. That was a robot. So
yeah, so I checked the pictures. I was just there. One thing about me, I don't really check people's page like that. The moment I click on your pictures, I'll just go out, because I don't want to waste too much time on someone's page. So I was there checking the pictures, going, and before you know it, I was on the page for like 30 minutes. Keep on checking the pictures. I just, it's different. And I'll be like, okay, she's cute. She got a nice height, exactly what I'm looking for in a lady. She has this beautiful face, space on the teeth. Oof. I'll be like, okay, let's just try and show the shot.
Landed it.
And I'll be like, fine. You know, I don't used to do it like sliding into people's DM like that. You're extremely beautiful. Boom. So, you know, just like a compliment. And after, I think, a day, right?
I don't know. I don't know how long it was.
And I just got a notification like, oh, thank you. She replied, okay.
All right, let me take the baton. So, I'm minding my business. I was actually in LA at the time and not having a fantastic time, so I had a lot of time on my hands. You know, the time difference and everything, so I'm just there in the morning. I think I think I had jet lag the reverse way. So I'm up and I'm just scrolling and I see my DM and I see this message. So I'm like, okay. So I open it, it says, "You're extremely beautiful." I said, okay, you know, not terrible, right? Not super impressive, but like, you know, not mortifying. So I was like, all right, you know, cool. I said, let me just look at his profile. So I go on the profile, I'm just scrolling, I'm just like, oh, okay. Okay. And the first thing I noticed, besides him being handsome, well, actually, no, probably the first thing I noticed, because I couldn't see, you know, the details on the pictures yet, was that there were flags on there, and those flags were not American, okay? And I was just like, oh. So I saw what I recognized immediately was a Nigerian flag, and then another flag that I didn't recognize, but that was a flag for UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Yeah.
Which is the country that Dubai is in. He was living in Dubai. So he was living in Dubai. So I saw the Nigerian flag and the Dubai and the UAE flag. and I was like, oh, okay, you know. So then I continued to scroll, and I was like, so then that was that, and I said, you know, I remembered what I asked for, you know, and what I said that I was ready for a few days before. So I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and reply, you know, and just see. Amen. You want to start that?
Oh yeah. Let me just, you know, let's continue from where we stopped earlier. You know, when I slid into the DM and I sent, you know, she replied a message. I was so happy, you know, to talk to her. Well, I noticed something. She wasn't really into it because, you know, I think maybe ladies that have seen a lot when it comes to people from different parts of the world, especially sliding into the DM. Like, okay, she's not buying everything. Oh, you're beautiful. She's like, okay, thank you. All right, like that, you know. The man that knows what he wants, I keep on looking. She's gonna come around. It's normal because I understand how it feels, especially for ladies nowadays. So I keep on and then, you know, trying my best to make sure that, okay, fine, she sounds so great and trying to be, okay, friend, oh, where are you from? I'm a Nigerian, I'm living in Dubai. So what do you do? Oh, I'm into traveling business. Oh, great. Oh, I'm a musician. Oh yeah, I noticed. And I, you know, watch your videos on YouTube. You're like, oh, you're already on my YouTube already.
He's like, I've been on it.
So,
okay.
You know, the communication keep on going on, and I love it. The way, but I knew that she wasn't into it. But I have this assurance in me that she's gonna come around. And I think it happens when I ask to call you on video call.
Yes, which by the way was like later that day. Or like the next day. It's not like a lot of time went by. You know, one thing about Nigerians and, you know, the differences in culture between, like, you know, Black Americans or just the Western side of the world and like Africa, they just approach relationships very differently. So I wasn't really used to this level of like forward movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't really used to just being kind of forward at all and like initiating things and like meaning it, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay. Whatever, you know, like, all right. So, but again, knowing what I asked for and said that I was ready for, I know that I needed to comply, right? So I went with it. It wasn't like half-hearted. I just wasn't there yet, but I was there pretty soon. You know what I mean? But, you know, initially I needed some warming up. He was much more like confident and like sure that he wanted to pursue me more than I was. But again, it had only been 30 seconds. So give me some. But he was just like, I'm here though, you know, when you're ready to come around. I was like, okay, it's been 30 seconds. So, but like 3 days later.
Yeah, 3 days later.
We were pretty like.
Yeah, when I called and I saw her face, she was just there on the couch, like you know, when someone doesn't really want to talk to you, like for real. I said it all the time. Like she was just there, like
it wasn't that bad.
I've you know, like I talk to people, whenever they want to talk to you, they will rush to the washroom, paint their face, but you know, she wasn't really like, okay, can I just call you on video call? She's like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I don't do that for anybody. Anyway, so I'm not going to throw on makeup for a video call ever in life.
Yeah, so when I called them, like, hi, oh, you look good, even though you don't have anything. Like, oh, thank you. Like, oh, all right. Well, like I said, I understand how everything. So we started talking, and when she told me about the story, things she, you know, went through when it comes to guys, it's crazy. So I felt that, and I appreciate, you know, her sharing that kind of a thing with me. So along the line, within 2-3 days, things different.
Yeah, the feelings developed very quickly. They developed very quickly, and I was in no position to be like trying to deny them. It was definitely scary, obviously, because this man was across the world. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, ooh, what kind of games are we playing here? But I also just decided to you know, to go with it and trust the process and, you know, trust in what I was manifesting, what I had been asking for and looking for all this time. And it felt like that. As it started to unfold, it felt that way. You know what I mean? So I was just like, okay. And yeah, I think fast forward like 3 weeks later, we were head over heels in love. And
we're talking, I told her, you know, I think after 1 week, I'll be like, you know, within a year, this same time next year, you're going to be on my laps, you know. And she was like, I hear you. Like, she used those words whenever things is not certain, like, I hear you. Like, with the kind of a face. But, you know, deep down in my heart, I know it's going to happen. Because, and, you know, and I told her, you know, soon you're going to be in love with me to the point that my name will be the song your lips will be singing. Okay. She'll be like, okay. She'll be like, let's see how it goes. And that's how the whole thing started.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And then, you know, inevitably, yeah, we were connected. So we realized that we were both Capricorns, and that our birthdays were 2 days apart. It's crazy, right? So, so we decided that would be the perfect time to finally meet in person and spend our birthdays together. So, I flew to Dubai.
You know, let's talk about what happened before you came to Dubai.
Okay.
You know, many people before they travel, especially to the Middle East country, they used to be like, okay, fine. They'll go on Google and blah blah blah. And you know, she was like, if I come to Dubai, I hear a lot of things, and you know, things happening in Dubai. They used to kidnap people. I'd be like, no, safe. Especially for Americans, they cherish them a lot. Okay, so she came to Dubai, and then I was at the airport, like 2 hours before you came. I was waiting
for hours.
Yeah.
Well, I was flying through 3 different time zones. I think I left New York. I think I left my house in Brooklyn at like Monday, maybe like 9 p.m. Right?
Yeah. And
my flight was technically like Tuesday morning at like 12:30 a.m. Right? Touchdown in, where was it?
And then the Ukraine?
Ukraine,
yeah.
On some point Tuesday night or something, I don't know. I was there for like just a couple of hours. Then flew again to Dubai from there, and then got to Dubai on Thursday at 3 a.m. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I left my house Monday night, and I got to Dubai Thursday at 3 because of all of the time zones and countries and whatever.
Meeting someone you've been talking to on the phone for 3 months for the first time, you just, there are a lot of things that will be coming into your head, like, what if she's not the same person? I know everybody have this kind of thinking, like, what if she's not the same person? What if she has a K-leg? What if, the walking is, she called me, she like, she couldn't find bags, and I was like, come on, you'll see, this is everything is safe,
I was definitely having a nervous break.
So, fine, and when I saw her, coming, oops, it's like like the way in the movie, all these Indian movies that they used to do, and this, one hair would just come from nowhere, blue hair. So, she was just there, like I was there, like in the movie, like, wow, okay, all right. The first thing she said to me was like, I'm gonna give you 5'11".
Because this man established his height, okay, y'all? I am a tall woman, it matters to us. I'm 5'8". I asked Sharif how tall he was, and he said that he was 6'1".
No. I told you, mathematically, I know.
Nobody checked.
I'm not a short guy. No, we're supposed to, hug, kiss, fine, we hug, but no kissing because the UAE law, the police, they have their law.
There's no PDA, so we didn't want to play that.
So,
which was awkward.
Talk about it.
First meeting.
So when she be like, oh, I'll give you 5'11", and fine, she smells so good. At least someone that has been flying for 3 days.
Stay up on your hygiene.
Good. Hey guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 2 if you want to hear the rest of our story.
And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell button so that you get a notification when it drops. We'll catch you next time.